Our next guest also played for the Stanley Cup winning New York Rangers 20 years ago. We just had Adam Graves on a few days ago. But also lots of great years with the Vancouver Canucks and also suited up with St. Louis and Dallas. He's a gold medalist with Team Canada from the Vancouver Olympics on the women's hockey bench, and of course played in Sarajevo for the men's Olympic hockey team. So loads of hockey. He's working with the Texas Stars as assistant coach. Doug Lidster joins us on Brady Walker this morning. It's great to talk to you again, Doug. What's going on?
Good morning, Greg. Andrew, how are you doing?
We're real good. Tell us your impressions of what the Leafs have on the farm and what this series has been like so far. You knew they were a pretty fresh team. You guys have had to work a little harder game-wise to get to this point, but what were your observations of the first two games?
Yeah, I don't know about having to work harder. I mean, I know that they were undefeated, but I'm sure that they ran into some battles. Everybody's playing pretty good hockey at this time of the year. Otherwise, you don't get this far. The Marlies are a real hard-working team. They're difficult to play with. They're a heavy team, and for us, we had a good series against Oklahoma City and was swept that, but we're able to move on in 3 games. But that was a challenge. Grand Rapids was a real challenge trying to get over that. A very veteran-laden team, defending champs. So that was a great series, and this one's really turning into a tough series too. So. We expected that from the Marlies. We know them. They're a good hockey club, and it's been real exciting so far.
Yours is a team that you had a great regular season, but there's been a lot of guys that were big parts of your team over the last couple of years that have kind of since graduated. You've probably seen the last of Cody Eakin and Antoine Roussel and Colton Sevier. All these guys have kind of made that jump that there you are still in the conference finals.
Yeah, we've been fortunate. We've had a good group, and we're lucky that way. We haven't had Colton for quite some time, and Cody and Antoine both played with Dallas all year long, so that wasn't a big adjustment for us. But right now we're a little bit banged up as are most clubs, and we're missing some key personnel. A guy that the fans might not know, Justin Dowling, very important part of our club. He's played terrific for us for the last 2 years, and he's out of the lineup. And those are the type of things that hurt even a little bit more. We've made the adjustments from the guys that have gone down to the NHL. And really, that's what the American Hockey League is about, is moving players on to the NHL. So I don't think we're any different than any other club in that regard.
Doug Lidster, our guest, Game 3. It's the Marlies and the Texas Stars tonight. Doug, a long NHL career. Let's one more on the Stars. Your organization from Dallas to you guys seems very deep in goal. Everyone knows Jack Campbell and had U.S. World Junior success, played in the OHL. But you've also had a great goalie come over from Sweden, a veteran guy who's looking for a crack and has gone up and played a few games with Dallas, Christopher Nilstrup. Tell me about him.
Well, you're right about Jack, and he's another guy that's banged up. He's not even currently with us on this road trip. He's had a tough year. But Christopher Nilstrup's been just terrific for us. He's had a little bit of a sniff in the NHL. And the other day, Mike Valley was going over the list of goaltenders, unrestricted free agents, restricted free agents, possible guys for next year. And there's a lot of guys out there. It's a very competitive position. There's only so many guys that can be a number one. It's more of a mental challenge, I guess. And then there's a goalie that has to be a number 2 at the NHL level. And Christopher's just trying to find that niche for him. He's been terrific for us. And there are a lot of great goalies. McIntyre has been terrific for the Marlies. There's a lot of guys out there in the league. And Christopher's come over from Sweden. He's committed to trying to be into the NHL. And at his age, I think he's 29 now, I believe, 29, 30 years old. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to win guys over because, you want your prospects, you want guys to develop. But that maturity has really helped us this year, and we're going to have to ride him if we're going to be able to get by the Marlies.
Stanley Cup champ Doug Lidster joins us on Brady and Walker. Watching the Rangers one win away from a Stanley Cup final for the first time in 20 years, obviously it's going to jog some memories. We asked Adam Graves this the other day. Just tell us about what it's like going on a long playoff run on Broadway.
Oh, it's pretty exciting. And, I have to admit, when you're out of the game, you're not in the NHL, I find that I just cheer for good hockey. And at the beginning of the last round, I was kind of hoping for Montreal because they were the only Canadian team left. And now I'm a little bit torn because I'd like to see the Rangers do well too. So, it's been exciting. Hopefully that, it continues to be that way and let the chips fall where they may. But when you're involved in the series, you basically eat, breathe, drink, rest, and play. And your focus is right there. Sometimes you miss that, all the excitement, everything that's going on around it. And I'm sorry about the noise here. I'm just walking along the street here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a real thrill. So for me, my memory of when I was with the Rangers, I was so focused in on it that some of those details I kind of missed. I had the opportunity to be with the Dallas team when they went on their cup run here, and we got some construction. I'll try and walk around that. And then that's when you really see the focus of the playoffs, and everything becomes bigger and bigger. It's not a story that the coaches go to watch another team's practice. It's not. But in the playoffs, it becomes a big story, and those type of things. And those are the things that you have to manage in order to be successful. And but as a player, you just try and focus on the energy of each individual game and go from that. It really is the best, and that's why you're getting terrific performances out of guys that you don't normally hear about.
Well, lots of great memories from there, and obviously Canucks fans think you put together some great years there as well. We appreciate the time. We wish you luck in this series, obviously. Thanks for doing this morning, Doug.
Oh, my pleasure, guys. Thanks a lot.